Hello and welcome. This is Janilata Bhattrai from Single World News. The Uniform Civil Code is a proposal in India to formulate and implement personal laws of citizens which apply on all citizens equally, regardless of their religion, gender, and sexual orientation. Currently, personal laws of various communities are governed by their religious scriptures. Implementation of a uniform civil code across the nation is election agenda of India's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. It is an important issue regarding secularism in Indian politics and is opposed by India's political left wing and Muslim groups in defense of Sharia religious customs. Today we will discuss in details all the aspects of uniform civil code. I hate to ask you this, but can you please like this article as it helps YouTube algorithm to share this article more and makes it worthwhile the hard work we put in. Please subscribe to our channel for more such in-depth analysis. Now let's begin. The Directive Principles of State Policy. Article 44 states, the state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. As such, UCC was envisioned by the founding fathers of Indian Constitution. The central and state governments are expected to consider the directive principles while formulating policies and making laws. The debate on the UCC started with the framing of the Constitution. During the debates in the Constituent Assembly, BRAmbedkar had demonstrated his will to reform Indian society by recommending the adoption of a civil code of Western inspiration. He had then opposed the delegates who wished to immortalize personal laws, especially Muslim representatives who showed themselves very attached to the Sharia. I personally do not understand why religion should be given this vast, expansive jurisdiction so as to cover the whole of life and to prevent the legislator from encroaching upon that field. After all, what are we having this liberty for? We are having this liberty in order to reform our social system, which is so full of iniquities, discriminations and other things which conflict with our fundamental rights. Jawaharlal Nehru was attached to this code in which he saw, quite as Ambedkar, one of the cornerstones of the modernization of India. He even announced that his government would resign if this bill was not passed. Yet the bill was shelved due to strong opposition and BRAmbedkar resigned. In July 2021, the Delhi High Court has backed the need for a uniform civil code, observing that there is the need for a code common to all and in the country, and had asked the central government to take the necessary steps in this matter. In modern Indian society, which is gradually becoming homogeneous, the traditional barriers of religion, community and caste are slowly dissipating. The judgment passed by Justice Pratibha M. Singh said, while referring to several decisions of the Supreme Court on the need for uniform civil code, including the historical Shah Bano case of 1985, the High Court bench said, the hope expressed in Article 44 of the Constitution that the state shall secure for its citizens uniform civil code ought not to remain a mere hope. Such a civil code would be common to all, the court said, and would enable uniform principles to be applied in matters of marriage, divorce and succession. This will reduce conflicts and contradictions within the society that arise from various personal laws, the court observed. The Supreme Court had, in 1985, directed that the judgment in Ms. Jordan Dingje be placed before the Ministry of Law to take appropriate steps. However, more than 3 decades have passed since then, and it is unclear as to what steps have been taken in this regard to date. Accordingly, let the copy of the present judgment be communicated to the Secretary, Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India for necessary action as deemed appropriate, the court said. The Supreme Court had in March 2020 sought a reply from the Centre over religion-neutral inheritance and succession laws in India. In the matter of multiple petitions in the Supreme Court for and against implementing UCC, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta told the court, as a matter of policy, Centre does support uniform civil code, while adding, any intervention in this matter has to be only through Parliament. Supreme Court concurred, observing that such issues are meant for Parliament to decide. The top court had sought a comprehensive response from the centre on the issues raised in Ashwini Kumar Upadhyay's petition. The court had then stated, these petitions are seeking common marriage, divorce, adoption, succession and maintenance laws. They are all facets of Uniform Civil Code. Let a comprehensive response be filed indicating the stand of the Union Government in respect of issues raised in this batch of petitions. The centre said the issue on UCC was under consideration of the Law Commission and when a report is received, the government will examine the same in consultation with various stakeholders. In multiple cases, we have seen the importance of UCC. The Supreme Court's decision in this Shah Bano case regarded as a major milestone in highlighting the importance of UCC. The case concerned women seeking maintenance after being divorced under triple talaq. Then in the Sarla Mugdal case, relating to the issue for solemnizing of a second marriage by a Hindu spouse after converting to Islam. The court determined that a Hindu marriage solemnized in accordance with Hindu law may be dissolved only on one of the reasons listed in the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Conversion to Islam and subsequent marriage would not automatically dissolve the Hindu marriage under the Act, and therefore a second marriage solemnized after conversion to Islam would constitute an offence under Section 494 of the Indian Penal Code. This made a need of UCC as it creates an ambiguous policy of marriage due to discrepancies between religious laws. Currently, there are variants of laws applicable to different religions on the issue of marriage, divorce, adoption, maintenance and guardianship. Adultery is a ground of divorce for Hindus, Christians and Parsis, but not for Muslims. Similarly, impotency is a ground of divorce for Hindus and Muslims, but not among Christians and Parsis. Underage marriage is a ground of divorce for Hindus, but not for Christians, Parsis and Muslims. Similar discrepancies exist in laws with regard to adoption, inheritance and maintenance were raised by Upadhyay, who sought a direction to create uniform laws based on gender justice and equality for all citizens. UCC will address these and simplify law across the nation, across religions. The Uniform Civil Code seeks to implement the same set of secular civil laws to govern all people, including those belonging to different religions and regions. It will waive the right of citizens to be governed by different personal laws based on their religion or ethnicity. The Uniform Civil Code intends to apply to the whole body of legislation governing property rights and personal matters such as marriage, divorce, maintenance, adoption, and inheritance. Uniform Civil Code is implemented in most civilized countries today like USA, UK, France, Russia, Germany, Japan, etc. For example, unlike India, a Muslim cannot marry two wives simultaneously in US, UK, Russia, Japan, China, Germany, France, and in most non-Sharia countries. Even in Muslim-majority countries, Sharia is uniformly implemented. The 22nd Law Commission of India is examining the Uniform Civil Code, a reference sent by the Ministry of Law and Justice. It has decided to solicit views and ideas of the public at large and recognized religious organizations about the Uniform Civil Code. The link to submit your thoughts is given in the description below. Follow the link and upload your thoughts to Law Commission. Your voice will help India. To get more details and more interesting updates like this, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.